came to see the new Sonata, Sonata the Edge. I'm gonna show you two different models. Alright, what you see is the Sonata N Line. They call it the Edge. And as you know, N Line is the performance model, right? So here is the N Line, and on the other side, there is the regular model. So what is different? Well, I think it has to do with the grille, right? And then we have a small emblem on the front. It says N Line. And here we have a DRL from left to the right. You know, it's all integrated. And I think Hyundai's and Kias, they're pushing this design a lot these days because it's kind of become a trend. And here we do have a headlights, right? I think it's the halogen. I'm not so sure, but anyway, here we have a grills. It's a high glossy, and here is also matte black. Well, it seems you know, they are very harmonic. I thought they won't fit together very well because the one's very glossy and the one's matte, but they look okay. And again, here we have the front camera. I don't know what it exactly does because I haven't been inside yet, but that's what it looks like. The grille. Yeah, because this is an N Line, this is a sporty type, I think it's pretty low. And all these cars, especially the N Line, it's very wide. Alright, let's take a look at the rims. Well, the rims are also different. It has N logo right in the center, and it's a two-toned. And the design, well, just the way I like it. You know, I like a 5 spokes, but then because of its design, it looks very wide. It looks very sporty. Again, on the side, we have N Line emblem. The side mirror is a high glossy black. And the color red itself is really, really beautiful. It's very nice. Alright, now I'm in the rear. This guy is another reviewer or editor from different channel. But anyway, he's awfully too loud. Alright, I especially like the rear because the design is slightly changed. All these rectangular shapes patterned in the back, I think is amazing looking. And even the lettering Sonata, the font design has changed. And what I like the most is the exhaust tips. Look at that. Dual tips on each side. Right. It just tells you that it is a high performance car. By the way, Sonata N Line is a 2.5 gasoline turbo. And we do have the spoiler with the pins on each side. I don't know exactly what it does, but I'm pretty sure there's a reason for having that. Yeah, look at the designs. It's very nice. You know what? The rear sort of reminds me of old Nissan 300ZX, doesn't it? But anyway, yeah, all these are rectangular pattern in the back, all integrated from right to the left, from left to the right. Yes, I think the overall design of the new Sonata, the Edge, is very dynamic. I think that's what they are trying to accomplish designing this car. So the overall design is not too much different from the previous generation, but they made a few changes. And I think especially the N Line looks really, really dynamic. Alright, now I'm sitting inside. Alright, at the review earlier, what they were saying that they have adopted the curved display. We have an infotainment here and the cluster and the steering wheel. Of course, right in the center we have probably the wireless phone charge, and Hyundai and Kias lately have been providing lots of charging ports. The letter seems pretty cool, and Yeah, this is something, I think this is a fingerprint scanning or something, but this is a show car, so. Alright. Well, it has a Bose speakers. One of the nicest. Yeah, and I think I saw this from Genesis or maybe different cars. I think this is kind of like an ambient light, and then maybe blinks when it stops. I'm not so sure, but I remember looking at one of those lines in one of the cars that I reviewed. Alright, now I'm sitting in the back and I just want to show you how much leg space I have. Alright, this is how much leg space I have. I'm 5'11", 240 pounds, and I'm a rather fat guy, but I do have a lot of leg space. It's not uncomfortable at all. And it's not the really top quality the leather seat, but it's soft enough. And from the rear to the front, again, they have adopted the curved display, the cluster and infotainment. Yeah, it's not very fancy, but it's good enough. Yeah, so it was a quick review for the N Line. Now let's take a look at the regular model. This is a newly adopted color, and this is actually matte silver. Alright, so this is the regular model, and that's the N Line. So what is different? And I think the N Line has like lips on the bottom, but the regular one doesn't have it. And the design of the grills is different. So here, the headlamp and everything is pretty similar. Well, actually they're identical, but here, there's a plastic piece right here, and the radiator grill is different from the N Line. And then what's different is that you don't see the N Line logo, and the design of the rims are also different. And here N Line, we had an all high glossy black, but this is a partial high glossy black on the lower part. Everything else is pretty much the same. And I think the N Line has a slightly bigger rims. And the design of the rims surely makes the car look faster or look a lot sportier. I haven't watched the many cars that are matte black painted, but then matte silver painted, I think it's very clean and unique. Let's go to the rear. Again, the rear is almost the same except the exhaust tips. Again, it's very simple right here. But then the N Line has a dual tips. Spoiler and everything else is pretty much the same. The design, the rectangular patterns from left to right, and even the rear bumper is almost identical. But then, yeah, the N Line has something extra, which will make it look more hooked up. Again, this is the rear from the regular model. It's not so dynamic compared to the N Line, but still, I think the design is just gorgeous. There's rectangular patterns on each side, and the lettering of the design also changed. Yeah, I especially like this small rectangular patterns on each side. You know what? It's not very standing out, but then it just shows you that, oh, I'm different from the previous generation, you know? Yeah. Well, it's somewhat similar to Mustang. It is somewhat similar to Nissan 300ZX. I don't know. But I guess, yeah, Hyundai has their own identity and they have their own style. So I think in design wise, I think they did a really, really great job. The line from the front to the rear, I think it's beautiful. It's a four-door sedan, but it's very aerodynamic. And take a look at the N Line. It's even more beautiful. The color red is also very attractive. And then a lot of editors from different countries are making a lot of reviews as well. Yeah, the designs of the rims and the body kit, or you want to call it lips, I think it makes the car look a whole lot better. Yeah, so I just showed you two different models of the new Sonata, 8th generation, the Edge. Since this is the auto show, there are many people and I try to make a good reviews, but there are so many people taking pictures and so many people making reviews. So I know it was very, sort of unorganized, but I tried my best. And I just wanted to share that the new Sonata, the Edge, is really, really nice. And then if you have an opportunity, please try it. I can't wait to test drive it myself on the road, especially the N Line 2.5 turbo. I think it's going to be pretty fast. Hyundai N Line is like a Honda Type R. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, we have here you have the N Line, and here we have the regular model, right? If I have to choose, of course I'm going to go for the N Line because it's a lot faster, I think. All right, well, this was a quick review from the Seoul Mobility Show 2023 in Ilsan, South Korea. If you liked the video, yeah, please hit that like button and please subscribe. Thank you. We'll come back with another review next time.